Morning. Hope everyone is doing good and can hear me fine. If not, then just please let me know so that I can fix it up for you. We have got non-farm payroll at 8:30 a.m. I'm playing on 5 of my evaluations with my funded futures core program. For 50K, I'm targeting $1,500 for today's profit on each of these accounts. I have already done days one profit on 3 of them, and remaining 2 of them are at zero profit right now, and we'll be trying to make 1500 so that we can pass day one for this. So I will try not to risk any more than $250 on each of the trade if I am getting into any of the trade, because of the economic calendar. It will be more preferable to stay offside than to engage. Hope you found yesterday's stream useful. We did tape reading and also did some trades. It was a really smooth day for me yesterday, followed all my rules. So that is why I will call it a smooth day and a winning day, because I ended up following my rules. Whenever the rules are not being followed, that is when we can expect our profitability to be messed up, which is not really good for our system. So just going to wait here until the news event, and even after that, I'm just going to watch how the price is reacting. If I see anything really clear and really obvious, only then I'm going to interact here. Other than that, I will try to stay offside. I'm just trying to pass my funded futures evaluation here. Copy trading on 5 of them. Morning. How are we doing? Hope everyone is doing good and can hear me fine here. We have taken last week's low, so that is some sort of bullish sentiment if it gives us anything proper after that. So let's see. It took London's low as well on both and seems to be bouncing off after that. Currently using this 15-minute SIBI and this breaker block. We do not have any SIBI on ES. We have got it here just around new week opening gap high. So it can come here and retest this, I believe. Or maybe not. I'm seeing it to be traded at least to the 50% of the London range, which is here on ES, and which is around 23,179.5 on NQ. Morning, how are we doing today? Hope everyone is doing good and can hear me fine. Just let me know so that if there are any adjustments to be made, I can make them. So we will be getting NFP news data in 6 minutes. I'm waiting on that, and then I'll see and wait if we are going to get anything proper. Only then we are going to engage because it's a non-farm payroll week and we are already in Friday. So try to stay offside, manage your risk properly, and yeah, because survival is the key in this game. Do not push your edge too much on days like these because it will hurt you. And yeah, it's not really good as a beginner or new trader. I'm expecting ES to run higher, not trade into this inefficiency. First run higher around the news driver and fill in this inefficiencies. And then we might be able to see whether it wants to continue higher or whether it wants to continue lower. On the this is 4 hour time frame. This is daily. This is how it looks. I was expecting daily to hold this busy on ES and then we could find anything similar. But right now in on NQ we are trading in this busy on daily, currently at consequent encroachment. ES is also trading in this one, traded through right now at consequent encroachment. So 3 minutes away from the news driver. I'm going to remove my drawings here just to see clearer charts. One and a half minute away from NFP news driver. I'm going to stay patient here. Max loss for the day is 750 on each of these evaluations. So either we are going to hit 1500 or 750 if we see any clearer price action. Not going to force any trades here. We are 10 seconds away from news driver. Here's the news driver, drops lower. Trades into this busy. Continues lower. Going to mark this daily busy on both. We've got volume imbalance here. No volume imbalance here, so it should be marked like that. These lows can be taken as well. We've got inefficiency here, similar on NQ. Let's see. Use the low of busy here. Holds this really nicely on ES. Got this fair value gap. NFP news driver. This is our 5-minute looks on NQ. This is our 5-minute looks on ES. So just waiting here. We are currently trading in daily busy on both of them. If this holds, then we can see some sort of higher prices as retracement into these levels. And yeah, similar price action here. So let's see. Still going to wait to see any clearer price action. At least would want to see this low to be taken before any run higher. All right, continues to sweep the lows. That is what I wanted to see. Now let's see if they want to hold this daily busy, or do they want to continue lower to the daily sell side that we have got here on both. I will be considering this one to be the minor sell side, 835.75. So we are currently 200 points away from that point. Let's see. But I am expecting it to be trading into these inefficiencies before and close the 4-hour CBs that we just got. We haven't really taken any like new sell side on ES yet. I'm going to study this wick. We have taken it on ES, but still let's see if it shows us to that it is showing any strength to hold here. The consequent encroachment of BC is here. We just traded lower of that. You can easily see continuation lower for ES to take this sell side as well. Morning, hope everyone is doing good and can hear me fine here. Stay safe, it's an NFP day and it's the last day of the week, so don't really leverage a lot. If you are already in profits for the week, don't really waste it. Manage your risk properly. All right, good push. Looks like we are getting some sort of SMT here. If this holds, then I might tag long. Just going to stay patient and keep reading the price properly. Don't want to force anything. We've got this inefficiency now on both. Going to fill it. All right. Now if it holds this, I might tag long. I am long here, using this as my stop. I'm long here, taking 3 off around 50% and taking 2 off here. Let's see what we get. Seems to be holding. Currently working this volume imbalance on ES. Alright, push, good push higher. Let's study this as well. Alright, trades to the consequent encroachment. Wanted to continue, or at least close above. That's good. Alright, first partial has been booked. 40% of the position has been booked. Took the news high on both SFT here. Never took the news low on ES. Uses the higher here again. I'm taking my full position off here. That is the 50% of the London range actually. And then I will sit offside maybe until open, but will seriously wait for some clearer price action like this. But this seems to be a good run. So nice trade. Was leveraged a little higher initially, but it was a really high probability scalp for the first partial. So yeah, didn't wanna really move my stop here or choke my trade. Ended up playing well. Hey Rodney, hope you are doing good. So Rodney, the main reason why I went long was if I remove some of these annotations. I'll remove my drawings here. So if you see, this is the news driver, NFP, non-farm payroll, highly manipulative news driver. So what we got here was this thing that it traded into this SIBI. I don't know if you are familiar with ICT concepts. So this is a fair value gap, which is known to be SIBI. It traded inside that and then traded here. Used the low of the daily BISI, which is another fair value gap. Here it used that and also took that low, while it never took the low on ES. And if I open up my annotations, it could not even make to the consequent encroachment there. So it was highly probable that it is going for the news high after taking the lows on NQ. I hope I was able to make any sense there. I'm okay to move my stop now to these levels and make this trade risk free for me. We have booked around $140 and I've got 10 points stop, which will be $60 loss if I get stopped out here. It's still not in break even. If I wasn't really able to explain it, you can ask me, again, and I can try again. So ES has traded to the 50% of London range and seems to be correcting after that. I want this busy area to be held on both. I will remove this, this, and this for better understanding and clearer picture. Also, the fact that it used this inversion fair value gap really beautifully on both. Here, it also used the daily BC on both actually, consequent encroachment of the daily BC. Oh, I don't know why did they took a shot once that was taken, like this was taken. Maybe they are seeing the continuation of longer time frame, higher time frame, sorry. And the fact that I am expecting a reversal or some sort of retracement to the higher prices from here is the fact that we are trading inside a daily BC on both. It traded lower, but it's still, we can see some sort of bounce here until these levels I expect, so that all of this inefficiency is, filled in. Also, the fact that it will disturb the bias of most of the retails if they push prices higher from here. Okay, we are seeing a drop, which was very much expected inside this BC. Let's see if it wants to hold this CB area again and the consequent encroachment of daily BC. Closed above the consequent encroachment. So we are good up till now. Let's see. Even if we are stopped out, it will be okay. No worries. It will just provide me a good buffer to start my opening with. We mainly start trading after 9:30 a.m. It's just that this was a really high probability scalp, which I have back tested. So that's why I jumped in. Currently, I am trading with MFFU 5 evaluations. I'm targeting 1500 for the day. I've already made 1500 on 3 of them yesterday. So, yep, let's see. I trade here every day at 9:30 a.m. when we do not have a high impact news driver at 8:30. If we have a high impact news driver at 8:30, then I'm usually live by 8:30. So if you trade NASDAQ or ICT, you can subscribe to this channel. That will be really encouraging for me as a new creator here. All right, seems to be coming back into this range. Let's see. Maybe they want to use this breaker. All right, ES refers the consequent encroachment of the daily BC now and seems to be finding some strength. I always look at NQ and ES together, but I always trade NQ. I never trade ES. Looks good. It was very much expected. Could have added here. Still not really confident if I want to add, but I won't be adding, to be honest. It's not really my model yet. I want this fair value gap to be inverted bullishly now on both. I will actually leave a runner. I will book two here. We are approaching market open in 40 minutes. So if it doesn't stop me and continue higher, we've got our regular trading hour closing price at 23,329. So it can be expected that both of the indices might trade higher for the next 50 minutes to uh, close in some of the gap opening. But let's see, you never know. They can easily continue lower like we have been trading throughout the day. We had our opening here. We traded initially higher. Asia was really choppy, I would say. Then after Asia, we traded higher, gave our opening range, midnight open range here, and then London was crazy. So back at the consequent encroachment on NQ, looks like NQ wants to refer this breaker where my stop is. I won't be moving my stop any lower. It's okay if I get stopped out. traded into that SIBI and then is currently respecting the bearish order flow. So let's see what it does after trading into this BC, which has been referred by the algorithm here. Maybe they want to refer it again. Lower half of the daily BC is here, breaker is here. So yeah, this area can be held bullishly. Let's see, I'll mark it out. Yes, opens below consequent encroachment here. Alright, stopped out, no worries. Got $70 to start my day with. Let's see how it acts here. I took these equal highs, took this one as well. Could not trade higher above the daily BC. Use the 0.5 of the London range here. Miss the 0.5 of the London range on NQ. Let's see if they want to hold this, or they might also drop prices lower so that ES can take the news low. Let's see. We are 40 minutes away, 38 minutes away from market open. Yeah. All right, bounces off from the area that we expected it to bounce off from. And we are in macro as well. So if it holds, I might jump in again with proper risk management this time. But for that, I wanted to show me some sort of strength above the consequent encroachment of this daily VC. Traded inside this SIBI. If they want to run prices lower, this inversion gap, which was previously used to run prices higher, can push prices lower with real speed and velocity. Fills in this busy, respects it, makes a lower low on ES from this candle. Looks like they are going for the lows on ES. Let's see. The way it respected the 50% of London range. Uh, Sorry, I haven't marked it properly. Missed it by a few ticks. Also note that this is the first presented fair value gap after the news driver. ES is now trading inside of it. NQ is trying to invert it bearishly. $33 away from market open. ES seems to be holding this after hitting the new week opening gap high from 7th of July. ES trading from NQ trading from this order block. Looks tempting. Daily BC's lower half. Daily BC's low. Low has already been swept on NQ. Let's see if ES wants to show us any strength, because I'm expecting a drop on ES so that it can take this low. But if it does not want to, even now, and hold this first presented fair value gap after the news driver bullishly, that means that that can be expected as bullish SMT, and we might retrace higher. Let's see. Patience is the key in this game. Alright, uses the lower half of the daily BC to run it lower on NQ. Right, the bounce we were waiting for. Bounce from the daily basis low. Let's see what we are going to get here. 9 o'clock open. That was 9 o'clock. Traded into a premium. Do they want to continue dropping it lower? I don't look like. Doesn't really look like. Not seeing it like that. I'm seeing it bullishly. ES seems stronger here. Still wait for a few more candles and then might jump long here. Yep. I'm long here. Risking around $300 on this. I'm expecting both of these indices to fill in some this discount opening before market opens in 28 minutes. So I'm expecting a run higher into into London ranges. Let's see if we are going to get that or if ES is going to continue dropping lower, take the news low, which it has not taken. On NQ, we have already seen that. I'm seeing it as bullish SMT divergence. This is what I'm talking about. Nope, not this. Let's see. All right, drops again. Looks like it wants to drop lower. Use this small BISI to run prices lower. If you can see that. ES is catching up as well. All right, I am offside here. Taking a loss here. Just fine. Part of the process. Going to still stick with it. ES seems to be holding the first presenter fair value gap again, while NQ has dropped lower from that. And looks like it wants to dip and then drop lower. Let's see, I'm still going to stick with my stop and everything. Buys is still long. They might want to run lower one more time to sweep this low on ES, but still my buys will be long for this open if I get stopped out. ES referred the upper quadrant of daily BC, respecting it as a premium array rather than discount, which means that we are running lower. Still 5 minutes in this macro. It's so funny that people really want just the winning trades and do not really realize the fact that uh, it's not the winners which change the game for you in greens and make it green for you, but it's actually the losers. You need to accept your losers. You need to study the market. You cannot just log into any live stream and copy the person who is live streaming. You need to have a proper logic and reason behind your r- risk association. And yeah, this is difficult, right? It's not like just logging into some streamer and then just copying whatever he does, because you will always be getting 10 to 12-second latency either ways. It's rather better to focus on the narrative and the study and the education part of it. Now back to my break-even point. I'm still going to hold my trade and bias, although ES is reacting bearishly, and it looks like now they are going to run it lower. Still sticking with it. Still sticking with it. No worries. It will, if it stops me out, it is going to give me net around $250 loss to start my day with on all of these evaluations. We will be getting a huge opening range gap. So no worries. But I'll stick to it. Staying patient and sticking to your bias and not changing or flipping your narrative back and forth is the key in scalping, especially indices and futures. This is what I've learned after making huge losses by, uh, that is actually account suicidal. Like I can go short here expecting a drop lower, but no, I have chosen my bias and I have a proper narrative behind it, backed by a daily time frame, also by 4 hour time frame, And once we have got some sort of confirmation on an hourly or 15-minute, then we should be good to continue the run higher. So I'll going to stick with this until I'm stopped out. As far as your risk is managed and you know what you are doing with your money and your capital, then it should be all good. And someone copying you from, different part of the world doesn't really, can never really align those expectations and everything. So everyone need to be responsible for their own actions here. It's really risky. You can lose a lot of money. All right, this time ES is using the high hatch premium array and looks like it's going for the lows, which is fine. No worries. We'll be starting our morning session with a bit of loss on these accounts, but we'll be getting huge opening range gap, which we can see of trading if we see any clearer or smoother price action. All right, back at the low of daily busy. It's going to sweep these lows. Stopped out on 4 contracts. All right, completely stopped out. No worries, part of the process. Now just going to wait patiently for the open and the first presented fair value gap currently in $260 loss on all these evaluations for the day. I am targeting $1,500 profit on these for today. Let's see what we are going to get here. Looks like it's going to sweep the sell side from 8:30 a.m. And on NQ, to be honest, it looks really bearish now. Mhm. 15 minute on ES. You're 14 minutes away from market open. Don't really like this price action a lot. It's not really moving a lot. And you can expect such price action on a day like NFP. That is why you need to really read for economic calendar when you're trading markets like these, and always stay risk off on days like these until it is actually respecting the PD areas that you are looking for and showing you the price action you're looking for. Do not interact with risk. Looks like it wants to run lower from here to create new lows. In the meanwhile, ES is referring high as premium array and should continue to low of 830. Let's see. Did not really took this low while it did on NQ. 12 minutes away from market open. You're approaching 920s. If it inverts this bullishly, then we might be going for the fill or the gap. And then this can be taken as SMT, I believe. Ten minutes away from market open. I'm dropping lower with speed this time. I'm going to be studying this wick on ES. and going to be outside. Yo, we are 5 minutes away from market open. It's the consequent encroachment of this wick again on ES. Right, 2.5 minutes away from market open. Hi Thevraj, how are we doing? Hope you're doing good. Today is an NFP day. We were live since 8:30 and saw NFP interacted with two trades. Took a long from here, took a partial out and then got stopped out. And then took a long from this fair value gap and got stopped out here just a while ago. We are now waiting for market open in 2 minutes and then we'll see what we can look at. I am looking ES to take this 8:30 a.m. sell side, which it has not yet, while NQ has. NQ's 8:30 a.m. sell side was here. 329, 329. 1 minute away from market open. 6366.75. 366.75. I'm expecting a run higher. All right, it is now in play after trading to the 50%. Let's see if they are going to sweep the lows at the open or not, or will it continue running higher. I wanted to be part of this because I expected it as the market would, fill in the gap. That's naturally what it does. I have changed my charts to the regular trading hours, waiting for the first print. We have got our first print. What the hell? 66.75. Yep, this is nice. I wanted to sweep the lows first and then start trading inside this. Let's look at regular trading hours in a higher time frame. Do they have any? No. All right, let's see what we get here. All right. Expecting a sweep of the sell side from news. Hey Devraj, how are we doing? I'm good, how are you? Hope you are doing fine. Today we have got NFP. Alright, ES seems to be back here. NQ, while ES seems to be trading lower to sweep the lows. These are the overnight lows and the low for the day on NQ. ES referred the lower half of the wick and seems to be following NQ this time, but let's see. We are currently trading below the daily BC that we are looking at. So we are trading inside this BC, right? On daily. This is what I'm looking at to be held bullishly. If not, then we can go for this sell side and this sell side on daily. But I'm expecting some sort of, okay, we have swept the news low. We have also swept the overnight lows on ES. Let's see if we get anything to participate as a long here. Both the sell sides have been swept that we were looking at. The opening range gap consequent encroachment is sitting here. I'll close this down. Too many fibs. Hey Andreas. Yeah, things are pretty good. Currently trading on my evaluations with my funded futures. Morning, morning. How are you doing? Nice to see you today. All right, we have got our first presented fair value gap on ES here for today. Fridays. No first presented fair value gap on NQ yet. I want this to be held bullishly on ES to show us some strength that it wants to trade inside the opening range gap. We've got a whole huge opening range gap. We opened at, I believe, 23,088. Yep, more than 150 points. Just be cautious, brother, because as we know, it's non-farm payroll. It's end of the week. If you have already got uh, targets for the week, do not really ruin it. Stay offside, just read the price. Yesterday, we did some really good commentary and reading of price action as tape reading. So if you want to give it a look, it can really help you develop your price action study. So on a day like this, we can also expect it not to be traded at all inside the opening range gap because it's a huge one. This is also taught by ICT in his mentorship. So do remember the rules. It has not even traded inside the first presented fair value gap yet on ES. So looks super bearish. TGIF has already been in play. Like we have flipped our weekly to, bearish candles. This happened yesterday. We were going bullish. So I don't think TGIF can be in play for this week anymore because initially we took the buy side and then we went for the sell side and flipped the candle. It's usually on a day where it has been going in one direction, in a week where it has been going in one direction for the past 4 days, and then you see some sort of retracement or correction in London of Friday. And yeah, so actually, I was confused yesterday. I confused yesterday with Friday. You see, I have mentioned it first presented fair value gap for Friday, although it's Thursdays. And Rashik had actually helped me identify that it's Friday because where I am from, it's already 11:06 p.m. So it will flip to Saturday in just an hour. So that is what got me confused yesterday. So yeah, which could be your zones for interest to enter into a trade. So brother, if this goes higher, which I think it is not really going to until it has cleaned all the sell side. Okay, that is new week opening gap low, and it can also go lower to these lows, and trade into all of this inefficiency that we have had. This can be used as a breaker. Similar price action can be expected on NQ. This is weekly on NQ. This is daily. So if we switch daily, these are the key areas that we can head to if we are super bearish. So I'm going to look at ES. If ES is going to trade inside the first presented fair value gap and show me some bullishness, then I am going to long the NQ until the this high maybe, or maybe until the consequent encroachment as well, depending on the price action. But if it shows me bearishness from this, then I might tag short here and look for this continuation. So that is how I'm looking at the market right now. Hope I was able to make any sense there. We haven't got any first presented fair value gap on NQ. Looks like it is going to be a nosedive morning. Even if that is the case, and if it does not allow us to tag in short, then I'll wait for the lunch hour macro. After 10 a.m., whatever equal highs it is going to create, I'm going to target that in lunch hour macro. Could not even trade to the new week opening gap high here. So extremely bearish momentum by ES there. Took the new week opening gap low. NQ has still to make lower lows. Alright, NQ continues lower. $904,972. Looks like we are going to get our first presented fair value gap on NQ. Yep, we have got it. So if it allows me any opportunity to short from here, I might tag myself short until the low of this new week opening gap, which is 22,904.5 price levels. Haven't put my sell order yet. We'll see the reaction because it's a non-farm payroll day. We really need to be cautious. And as you can see, it is not really trading inside the PD arrays as well, just running lower, lower, lower. Untested, first presented fair value gap, then we have got this fair value gap on ES, which has not been tested as well. We've got this lower fair value gap on NQ now, which might be used to run prices lower, or maybe this new week opening gap high as well. But that will increase my stop to huge levels, and I don't want to risk that much, especially on a day like this. But I think it's going to be a nosedive opening until those daily sell sides that we marked. and maybe continue to these levels as well. About to take that on ES. I'm going to mark this discount wick here on daily. Daily discount wick has been marked. We have got similar on NQ as well. All right. So you see, about to reach the consequent encroachment of the daily discount wick while just trading at high of it on ES. Did not refer the first presented fair value gap or even the fair value gap below that, just referred the new week opening gap high to continue lower. Let's see what we are going to get now. How are you guys seeing the market? It's fun to keep talking and keep interacting over the chat, guys. And if you are learning anything here, it will be great if you can drop a like. It's really encouraging for me as a new creator here. Alright, referred the consequent encroachment and then reacted and opened bullishly above the new week opening gap high of 14th of July. So this is from 7th of July till 11th of July. This is from 14th till 17th. So these are not from same. That is why you see high, high, and then we see low of this one here and then low of this one here. So we have got another fair value gap here, which I think might be bullishly inversed. You see, it's not really providing anything to go short of. I don't really want to go short of these annotations just like that, because that will increase my risk a lot. All right. Yeah, we are going to wait. Not going to force anything. Waiting is the key here, guys. Always. We are approaching macro in 4 minutes. So, any good plans over the weekend, Andre? Hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. ES is trading at the upper quadrant of the daily discount wick that we marked a few minutes ago. NQ has already traded below the consequent encroachment of it. Seems like it is going for the sell side liquidity after retesting it as premium array. Oh, that's nice. Same plans for me as well, to be honest. All right, let's see if it trades inside the fair value gap that we marked. Or is it just going to use the daily discount wicks, consequent encroachment, and continue running lower? 864, that is 40 points from here. Respected it. You see how it, man, these key annotations are respected to the tick. The precision surprises me. How should I be doing it? If you can help me with it. Hope you don't mind. I'm sorry about that. All right. Referred it to the take. Boom. If it gives new week opening gap low again, I might tag in short. Next minute is macro. All right, we are in macro now. We got volume imbalance here. Expecting it to provide us with some sort of premium. Yup. Maybe that was it. Wanted to give until the week opening gap low at least. Looks like it is just going to use the 0.75 of the discount wick. That will be huge stop loss, so not going to tag myself there. And let's see if it fills us or not. Hope the logic makes sense. I'm expecting it to sweep this low as a continuation and expecting it to be a nosedive opening. Alright, we are filled here. Let's see. Referred the new week opening gap low here. I'm just going to move a little higher. Might refer the consequent encroachment again. Just a few ticks. If it wants to trade higher from there, then I'm offside. And this will be the second loss of this session. Could have placed my entry there. Let's study this wick. So referred the lower quadrant to the tick. and then is referring 0.75 of the daily discount wick. We are in macro, so expecting it to run for the sell side on daily. ES still needs to take this. ES is has not even traded to the daily discount wicks consequent encroachment. So it looks like we are on side here, and I should stick with it until my TP, and that is what I'm going to do here. Reacted really nicely of the lower quadrant of this wick, but respecting the new week opening gap low, the body is closing above. We have still got 6 seconds. Let's see if it closes above or lower, because the ES has got this consequent encroachment lower. Even if it wants to do SMT and not take low on ES, I believe it will hit that, and that should make NQ move lower to this sell side. That is how I'm reading it right now. We are trading at 9:55. We've got our 10 o'clock opening in 5 minutes. Yes, misses the consequent encroachment by a few ticks and seems to be finding strength. Don't like this price action, to be honest. Might be only to refer this. Let's see. Still going to stick with it. Not going to choke my stop here. Doesn't look nice. 5 minutes away from 10 o'clock open. Maybe it wants to trade a little higher until 10 and then drop lower. Yeah, it looks like it is engineering some sell high for 10 o'clock open, which might stop us out here, but I'm still going to stick with it. ES trades higher. Refers the new week opening gap low again on NQ. I wanted to close below that. Let's study this on ES. Not nice. Still going to stick with it. 2 minutes away from 10 o'clock open. It's just engineering some more sell side. That is how I'm looking at the moment. And it should really respect the wick I have marked out on both ES and NQ as premium arrays. It's just that the time element I didn't use properly here. I could have timed my entry around these times so that it could have been a much shorter and much stress-free trade. But it's okay. That's how we get better. It's a good lesson. Even if it stops me out, I think it can use the new week opening gap high as a premium array to run lower after 10 o'clock open. But let's see. Holy shit, we have got ISM at 10 o'clock. I had no idea about that. Shit. Okay, thank God. Shit, 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 shit. Come on, man. You guys could have told me that. Holy shit. That was a close call. That wasn't good of me. Not referring the economic calendar correctly. Not nice, not nice. Yeah, maybe after this news driver, we can see some smoother price action. 15 seconds away. Alright, went for my target instead of my stop. Alright, daily sell side has been taken on NQ. ES is trading at the lower quadrant. I'm seeing it to sweep the low before trading into this fair value gap, ES especially. NQ has swept the sell side, and then it might start running higher once it has swept this sell side. If it trades before sweeping this into this, then I think that could be a good sell. It seems like ES is going for the liquidity rather than the inefficiency. We are still 7 minutes in this macro. All right, it didn't really sweep and traded inside that. Maybe that is a continuation sell. Let's see. If it's a consequent encroachment here, referring the new week opening gap low. Got this volume imbalance. All right. Refers the volume imbalance low. Trades high on ES as well. Leaving this inefficiency. Maybe SMT. Is it from the same day? Yep. Going short here. Taking this as my stop. Because ES has not swept that low, that is why I am expecting continuation lower here. This can be bullish SMT as well and stop us out here. Trading above that volume imbalance, that is not good. Looks bullish on NQ. Big loss. ES is still holding that range. Adding here. All right, respected that volume imbalance as premium array. That is good. Should continue lower. Nope. No wanted to trade above the new week opening gap low here. Mm-hmm. Doesn't look good on NQ. ES is finding strength. Yup. I'm closing it. I'm offside. Big loss. Takes these highs. Should trade into these inefficiencies. I do have to buy. Yeah. This should be held as a breaker. Daily discount wick 0.5. Going to hold it. Opening range equilibrium is there. That is where I'm expecting it to trade into as terminus. like this coming back in this range. Should be held bullishly. Yeah, bro, I'm long as well. Trying to cash on that retracement. Took a stupid loss here as a short. Got impulsive there as a continuation because ES did not really take this sell side on daily chart that I was looking at. So yeah, currently it is engineering the highs. I just do not want to get bull trapped in it. Yeah, I wanted to do the bullish inversion over the daily discount level and also the new week opening gap high from 14th of July and continue its run smoothly inside the first presented fair value gap. That is how I'm looking at it because it has not even taken, okay, it has taken the news high on both. This partial will cut off my losses from the session. This will be an extra profit, and then I'll leave one runner for myself, expecting it to continue higher and looking this as a bullish SMT. But if you see the dollar chart like DXY, it's been rallying higher and higher. I'll show you. So now it is correcting, but previously it was doing this. So if it is correcting, this is nice for all the risk on assets that it can they can start appreciating now. Morning, morning, Marty. Good to see you. How is everything going? How is family and everything? It seems to be continuing. I wanted to invert the CBs on both and at least give me my first partial before 10:30. I wanted to use new week opening gap low. Well, this doesn't really look sustainable, to be honest. If you see this, too much one-sided. Let's see. We have also got this inefficiency, and that is above the 50% of the opening range. Now I want it to hold the daily discount wicks consequent encroachment bullishly. I'm moving my stop almost to break even now. But if it drops lower, and if these were the highs they want to engineer for the lunch hour macro, then I'll be losing everything and not booking anything on this. All right, uses it nicely. That's what I wanted to do. Also referred here bullishly. Can retrace to the 0.5 here, but should not drop further lower. The reason I'm not moving it break even is the fact that we have got new week opening gap low here, which it can refer again, and we have also got an order block. So don't want to get break even stopped out. If it drops lower than this, then my stop, then I am wrong for my buys for this time, especially. Then they will be targeting these highs around lunch hour macro, if that makes sense. Going okay, been trading my PA account the past 2 days. Yeah, man, take it slowly. How's it going? Just keep journaling, logging in your trades properly. If I'm not wrong, you are with Apex, right? Looks good. Could have positioned myself so nicely inside this fair value gap if I had not impulsively went short there. Ah man, come on. Stop teasing me. Looks like it wants to retrace. VS looks weak to be honest. Looks like it wants to retrace. And NQ seems to be following it. Doing break even. Nice. Use the lower half of this wick and then continued higher. It seems to be catching up as well. That's nice. Come on, man. It's really testing me. And the fact that I'm in drawdown, you know, it's really taking a toll on me right now. So high came at 966.25, missed it by 2 ticks. Referring the new week opening gap low bullishly on ES. Trying to protect my balance as much as possible. 5 accounts yesterday, took 7 trades, which was excessive, but managed to stay profitable and took 2 trades today. Most likely done for the day. Alright, yeah, man, take it slow. Alright, first partial has been booked. Looks like it wants to continue to the first presented fair value gap. I have booked $200 in profit with this trade, net profit for the day. So I'm okay to leave this as a runner because we are in break even. So this is now a risk-free trade. So what size are you playing with the Apex? Sorry, Marty. I always prefer to go with the smallest size possible because I think the larger sizes gives you more buffer, but at the end of the day you still need to remake that buffer after passing your evaluation. And I think making 10,000 or 8,000 of just the buffer can take a mental toll on you, and it can affect your trading because once you have passed that buffer you will be like, I've still made nothing for myself, you know. This happened with me initially, but with something like Apex, and if I'm following their program for 60 to 90 days, I think it's for 60 days, then I would target the higher accounts because of 25,000 is 100% mine on each of that account. So, yeah, it differs. It looks like it's going to fill us on our second partial as well. If you guys are learning anything from this and can drop a like, that will be really helpful for me and encouraging. All good. No worries, Marty. So, was just asking what size are you playing with Apex? I gave some, um, what can I say, experience of mine, shared some experience of mine here that I always go with the lowest account size with these prop firms so that I need to make the buffer for myself, if that makes any sense. So yeah, filled in with the second partial as well, trading inside the first presented fair value gap on NQ and retesting the 50% of the opening range on ES and also the new week opening gap low from 7th of July. But to be honest, something like Apex, if I'm focusing on their program for 60 to 70 days, whatever it is for, then I will target for something like 150K or 100K account because that will allow me to, capitalize on their policy of 25,000 per account is 100% for the trader. So, yeah, it all depends upon your strategy and how you want to play around it, your psychology as well. So, yeah, I'm expecting this first presented fair value gap from today to be inverted bullishly. Currently up 90 points and leaving this runner. I would love to add more to take the opening range gap high as like low as my target, but to be honest, this seems too one-sided. And I think as soon as lunch hour is in, they will drop it. And that is usually where I lose most of my morning profits. So, not going to do that, just going to wait patiently and see. Not forcing to pass these evaluations today only. It's okay. Just going to take my natural time and do my trading here. NQ is currently trading at daily discount wick opening. ES is referring the point 0.5 of opening range as discount array should continue to its first presented fair value gap. We are 16 minutes away from macro, 15 minutes away. Thanks a lot, Marty. You too. Have fun. Take care. Stay safe, man. retesting the first presented fair value gap on NQ. ES seems to be correcting after filling that 1 minute CB. E is finding hard to trade above the opening range. Midpoint. Right, I might add here. I don't know why it is not reflecting. I hope it has not made 9. Yeah. Do not want it to trade below 0.5 of the opening range and this new week opening gap high as well. Let's see if it is going to stop us out. It's going to be okay. We made back our losses and we'll be having some extra buffer as well. Trade it to the discount wick, then acting bearish, use 0.5 here. But because we've got this opening range gap unfilled and we were trading in too much discount, I was expecting continuation here, which I'm still do. It might stop me out and trade into these levels and then continue higher during lunch maybe. Let's see. Still going to stick with it here. Now it is trading inside this CB. Let's see how it reacts. It is inside first presented fair value gap as well. I want it to be bullishly inverted. Doesn't even trade to the fair value gap. and drops lower. It's not good for me. Let's see. Referring the 0.5 of the morning's opening range. Also, the 0.25 of daily discount wick is being referred. New week opening gap high has been referred. Let's see if it wants to hold it bullishly or not. Yes, it's coming for this. Right, that's nice. If it holds this bullishly, I might add more and target to pass my evaluation, like daily target. Let's see how ES reacts here and how NQ reacts here. I wanted this to be held bullishly now. After it has referred all this and acted bullishly, we are 8 minutes away from macro, lunch hour macro. It looks weak. ES traded inside this as well. ES maybe just wants to refer this. I'm going to stick with my stop here. Let's see. Alright, ES should hold this now. If not, then we are going lower. Closes nicely. Should continue higher. Alright, 300 in profit for the day. Right now, looks like lunch hour macro wants to trade lower, just like what it did yesterday. I'm still going to wait patiently and see what is actually happening here. ES did not take the daily sell side, if you remember. Prefers the 0.75 of the opening range. And X bullish. Approaching macro. Holy moly. Let's look at 15 minute. Oh, this is the XY. Long again, and going to be adding size to this. Once this closes and the next candle acts bullish. This to be inverted to take these equal highs and trade into this inefficiency. Let's see. Once all of this is settled, I will add 5 more. Just got this CB to trade it to. Might use this breaker as well. And use this inversion. There's already been too much price action here. This can be a balanced price range now. We are 2 minutes away from macro. Alright, yes, trades inside this should hold bullishly. Right, this should be it on lower side if they want to run prices higher. If not, then I might be offside again. It might be just to trade into the CB to book more shots. What just happened yesterday in the lunch session and lunch macro, it might be repeating that. I do not like it retracing this much, to be honest. Yeah. Not nice, not nice. It's okay. The risk was managed. Come on, man. Don't give me a fill there. $9.51. $10.51, I'm sorry. So using this inefficiency, I'm going here and using this as my stop. I'm expecting ES to take that sell side. Not really positioned nice for this. Actually, the new week opening gap high. Mm-hmm. Wasn't really positioned nice for this. Let's see. We're going to give it a little room. That's it. If it is what it is. Let's see. Request the new week opening gap low, trades into the CB again. Hey Rashik, how are you doing? We missed you today. So 2 minutes and 11 open. Expecting it to speed up slower so that ES can take this daily sell side that we are looking at. Recap summary, man. I have taken some trades, like a lot of trades to be honest. Um, Give me a few minutes. I'll do that because I think I'm offside here. Currently trading at daily discount wick, consequent encroachment, and the upper quadrant on ES. I'm expecting it to be used as premium array rather than discount. This candle should close below it. Bro, TGIF setup cannot be in play because yesterday we flipped the weekly candle from bullish to bearish, right? So that can only be in play once, when we are in one-sided move throughout the week until Thursday at least, and then we see some reversal around London session of Friday. So yeah, TGIF is completely out of the reference here. But if you see the daily chart, I'll show you. So the daily chart here, I'm expecting it to take this sell side on the ES. It has taken this sell side on NQ. It has also 802.25. Low came at 799, no, 799.25, right? So it has taken this as well. So next sell side on daily on NQ is this. I'm not really targeting that. While ES still needs to take this one. So that is why I'm taking this continuation short at the moment. I got chopped out a little. I opened a short here after the ISM. I had the short open, but just a few minutes before the ISM, I got to know that we have ISM at 10, so closed my short, and then it ended up giving my targets. So I went impulsive and went in short here. It ended up stopping me out. That was a stupid trade to give my profits back. And then I ended up longing from the breaker, just like I usually do, as you have seen, until the first presented fair value gap, booking profits. I think I was 700 up for the day. Then I longed from here, I think, and then got stopped out, losing all the profits. And then I entered short, seeing it a continuation. And if I'm not wrong, it did the similar kind of price action yesterday as well around the lunch hour macro, if you refer to the charts. If that made any sense. And I'm trading with 5 evaluations right now, targeting 1500 for the day with MFFU core program. So yeah, we've still got 8 minutes in macro, so expecting it to continue lower. I don't really like this, to be honest. And I might close this. Refer the new week opening gap high. It should drop lower now if they want to drop prices lower. If not, then we might be offside again. What accounts you are currently trading with? So 5 evaluations. I made 1500 yesterday on 3 of them. I blew the one account where I made 3000. Remember, I blew that one. Got 2 new ones, which are copied today. So targeting 1500 for the day, and yeah, let's see. Man, I don't really like this. If it trades higher, I'm going to cut it out. Don't really like this. It's at least going to move my stop lower. Still risking 500 here, which is not really worth it. Retested the new week opening gap high, got this little inefficiency as we see. Five minutes of macro. Not really liking this. My funded futures, bro. MFFU. Oh, you also asked about the core and starter program, which one is best. So, brother, it only depends upon your preferences and everything. You need to decide it yourself, like which program aligns with your strategy the best and with your finances and everything as well. So, just go through their rules and everything properly and find it out yourself. I'm sorry, won't be able to, because it totally depends upon your personality and the way you trade. Should really drop lower now, as this should be the target for this macro, I believe. If not, then we are trading higher, I believe. ES doesn't look good. Doesn't really look like it wants to trade lower. Not the close I would desire, to be honest. I don't like this, to be honest, but still going to stick with it. There's nothing more that I can do. I've reduced my risk. It is leveraged a little high, but that should be fine. If it stops me out here, then I will stay offside. And yeah, for the rest of the day, maybe, because it's NFP, and if it is following such profile, I don't really want to risk any of my funds until I see something cleaner. Like it should cleanly go for the liquidity, right? I am not seeing that as bullish SMT because of the fact how we have been trading. Rather, my funded futures, MFFU. I also answered your question which you asked me in the DM about the core and the starter program. Mm-hmm. Do not really like this recovery. Last 2 minutes of macro. This is what told, bro. Okay, like you need to identify it yourself. It totally depends upon your personality and your trading strategy. I would go for the core because it's much cheaper, and also the fact that it gives you the consistency target, which is much easier to pass because once you have got 1 day passing rule, it forces you mentally and psychologically to pass it in one go. And this is what happened with me. I did not know that core has a consistency rule, and that is why I was rushing it to pass in a day. Otherwise, the amount of cores I blew in last month were 15 core accounts I blew, like the evaluations. So if I, and I'm pretty sure I made 1500 on each of them very easily, but I never knew that I had to stop there. So do go through the rules properly, and then you need to identify it yourself, like what is it going to be like for you in each of those program, and whatever aligns with you, just go with it. There are a lot of things in trading where where someone else cannot make a decision for you. It's you that need to do the trial and error thing and then get to a point. Like I started from cryptos day trading, and then I kept on researching about the industry and listening to podcasts and reading books, and then got to know about the prop firms and all of this. So it's a whole journey where a person finds different things and then crafts an edge for themselves. It looks like it's going higher, to be honest. I'm not really liking this. Will be another big loss, and I think I should close my day here because it's NFP and it's not really doing what I think it is supposed to do. Might be going for the opening range gap fill, although the gap is huge. So, but you never know. Let's see. You see, I don't know what kind of price action is this. ES trades into the SIBI and then reacts bearishly. Always sticking to your bias and your trade is important, especially on days like this where the prices will keep on, uh, you know, playing up with your mind, if that's the right way to refer it. So just stick with it, whatever you are looking at, until proven otherwise by being stopped out. Respected the daily discount with consequent encroachment here. Looks like it wants to catch up on the lower side now. Looks nice. Come on, bro. Oh, is it $48? You see, I didn't know even about that. Which discount code? Like, it's $97 if I'm not wrong, without the discount. Is it 50% off on starter? But man, still, like, do remember the fact that starter will play with your mind to force passing it in, one day, uh, which will actually be increasing the cost for your business, right? At the end of the day, if you are not really trained for that. What if it is cheaper, then yeah, man, like you can go for it. Like even I would consider it next time because it's a win-win. But I think it has a. I'm not really sure about what's the difference in the payout policies and all. And when getting into all of these policies and playing around and playing like trading according to those policies to satisfy those policies has not really worked well for me. I would say just focus on your trading, get some accounts, and look into rules, obviously, but do not like change your strategy just to pass those or anything like that. Pick the one which aligns with your strategy. I'm not liking this price action at all. I don't really know what it is up to here. It's going to stop me out now. Just killing this trade here if it allows me. Come on, man. Ah, Right, filled in there, booked in some profit. Not really liking this price action, so going to leave this as a small runner until we reach the 1150 macro. Let's see how it goes. And if presented with something else around those timings, then we are going to interact accordingly. Until then, this is the bias that ES should sweep this buy side liquidity 6240.75, and NQ should continue lower, seeing that. So yeah, I am going to remove my drawings and just going to stick through until 12:10 at least. So yeah. ES is at this breaker, NQ as well. So I'm expecting ES to sweep the lows. Still holding this range. That is why I had to kill most of my position because I wasn't really liking this price action. But as I'm placed nicely in this weird range, consolidation range, I will just stick with the stop loss and leave these partials. Maybe they want to run for it around 11:30, which is 1 minute away. Lunch opens. Really slow and sideways price action. That's why I killed most of my trade there. I went in short from with 10 contracts, took 7 off here, and because I had to cut off my loss as well. And also this price action, I really do not want to be part of it with some extra leverage, I would say. So I'm going to be sticking here until 11:50 to 12:10 macro and see if it gets any smoother around PM session or not. I've removed my annotations right now so that, we can ease our eyes a little. These are 5 evaluation accounts with MFFU, and uh, 3 of them are already 1500 profit for the first day, which was yesterday. Today as well, I'm targeting for $1,500 on the 3 of them and also the other two. It will be first day on the other two. If you guys can keep it interactive in the chat, it will be really enjoyable and helpful for all of us. It's been a long stream. So every day when there is a new high impact news driver at 8:30, I'll try to be live by 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you trade ICT or NASDAQ futures, I do that every trading day here live. So subscribe to my channel, and if you learned anything from this stream, give it a like, please. It really helps me. It's always good to know traders through the chat box, and also I'm active on Twitter as well. So, or X, if I would say. You can follow me there and DM me about anything if you've got any questions. I won't be DMing you first or selling you anything. So don't worry, I'm not here to sell you any course or my mentorship or anything like that. It's all free. We are learning and getting better every day here live, through transparent study and being transparent about this journey and being honest. We are 13 minutes away from macro. We have got this SIBI mostly untested, while ES did test that and traded lower. So maybe NQ might go for that, and that might stop us out. In the meanwhile, if it doesn't do that, we can do study of this wick as a gap and grade its quadrants. Let's see if it is going to respect it as premium array. We've also got new week opening gap high here. hits the consequent encroachment of the wick. Let's see if it is going to close it below or not. Looks bullish, to be honest. ES seems to be bouncing as well. So maybe we have done all our damage towards the lower end, and maybe that ES not taking the daily sell side. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So NQ took this while ES never took this. So maybe that is an SMT, or maybe later in the day in the PM session they might run for it, and right now they are going to fill the opening range gap, which is not even tested a little bit by the algorithm. So yeah, so it did not respect that as premium right there and close it. Looks like we are going to be stopped out here. Still is going to be okay because we have made back our losses from the previous trades, and it should be okay. We are back to break even. All right, no worries. I'm going to wait a little while, wait for how it reacts in this CB and how ES reacts in this one. We are approaching macro in 9 minutes. So yep, back to break even on these accounts for the day. So good recovery there. Seems to be holding it bullishly, but this is too one-sided. I would want it to retrace inside this after filling this city. Patience is the key in this industry, and emotional control as well. Focus is highly underrated as well. Too much one-sided. I'll wait for the macro to do some retracement into this run, and then see if I can participate with managing my risk properly in this run higher to the opening range gap top, or at least to the first quadrant. Alright, seems to be running after using this CB. I'm still seeing this to be too much one-sided and can drop into these levels, which is new week opening gap high, new week opening gap low, the new week opening gap, half of which is still unfilled. Only replacement here. Don't want to get bull trapped here, although it's now highly predictable to use the first presented fair value gap as bullish inversion to run the highs. I will go long here, and I'll be using this as my stop, and I'll take 5 off here if it allows me. No. Take 4 off here if it allows me, and leave a runner for the consequent encroachment for the opening range gap. Let's see, I think I bought in premium, but I'm expecting this first presented fair value gap to be inverted. ES is reacting bearish again from this CB. I think it will hold it and run prices high with speed. We are approaching macro in 4 minutes. ES is retracing and not acting like what we expect it to do. Daily discount VIX high was missed by a few ticks. Chase price there. I want this to be held bullishly, all this CB. If not, then I'm offside and it can retrace into these levels. Not going to drop my stop any lower to incorporate new week opening gap high or daily discount 0.25. Just going to stick with it. If it stops me out, it stops me out here. No worries. We are going to look for something later on in macro, but not good execution at all here. I'm expecting yes to hold this. Let's see. I'll be right back in a second. Mhm. You bought in really late and FOMO there. Mm, yeah, emotional trade, not really worth it. But now I cannot do anything. I can just stick with my stop and my TP and take notes of it, which I am. This lunch first are is usually profitable for me, while the lunch second are is usually where I get my ass handed to myself by the market. I'm still expecting a continuation higher into the opening range gap to fill it. It's just that I am not placed well in this and FOMO, which is okay. This is how we get better, by being transparent to ourselves and being honest about, you know, our game, because acceptance is the first step to get better at anything. You need to know your game, you need to review, journal, and see where you went wrong, and it's only you who can, work it on yourself. So let's see. Seems to be finding some strength if it is going to hold it from here or continue much lower. Next minute is macro, which is highly predicted to come into some sort of discount in order to continue this run higher. But this might be the discount that it needed, but you never know. Let's see. Because it has previously used first presented fair value gap to use the retracement, that is why I bought here, expecting the prices to run higher. Especially also the time element was there as well. We were approaching macro. So yeah, it is just that we have got this one-sided run on 1 minute time frame, which can be retraced into to fill in the inefficiency. That is the only thing against this trade, and the fact that we placed ourselves in premium and chased price, for which we might be punished here by market stopping us out. So if you trade ICT or NASDAQ futures or ES futures, I'm here every day, every trading day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 8:30 a.m. when we have the high impact news driver at 8:30. So subscribe to my channel and let's learn together. It's really nice to know people in my chat box. I've got to know a few traders from around the world, and we will be building some really nice community focused around ICT concepts and futures trading. So if you are interested, just subscribe and hit that bell icon. It will be really helpful for me. Also, if you have learned anything from this stream, dropping a like will be really appreciating. The channel is new and it really boosts my confidence. I'll be back here in just a second. Yep, looks like going for our stop. Maybe wants to refer the new week opening gap higher or 0.25 of the discount wick. Let's see. We are in macro. First 2 minutes of macro provided some discount. If they want to run prices higher from here, it will really help me. But let's see. So it was just sticking to your bias is another key lesson. The market might, chop you out or anything like that, but that does not mean that the market is going completely against your bias or anything. until proven otherwise. You should have some things that proves that as well in your study. All right, looks weak. Looks really weak. If it closes like this, it's really weak and going for the lows. Might even stop me out within this minute. So wicks are always treated as gaps and should be studied by grading them like this. I found this thing really helpful. Learned it from ICT, obviously. Refer the consequent encroachment if it closes bullishly above the midpoint of the first presented fair value gap from today. That will be a good sign for us. Alright, closes inside. Not how I actually wanted it to, but still, not too bad. Showing weakness. Consequent encroachment. Lower half. Still looks like it's going to run lower, but just helps you study the price action really well with these, you know, logics. Respected. Consequent encroachment respected. Body here respecting the consequent encroachment if it manages to close higher. Alright, closes above the wick. This is nice. If it continues higher. We are 3 minutes away from 12 o'clock open. Right, refer the upper half again. Refer the new week opening gap low. Also, ES has not yet traded into the first presented fair value gap from today. So it should continue until there, at least. Let's see. Hey Raj, how are we doing? Next minute is 12 o'clock open, which can stay in this first presented fair value gap and then continue running higher. Nice price action on ES after referring to this consequent encroachment of the wick. Twelve o'clock open. Nice open. Dips inside. I like that. Now should continue running higher with speed. Nope, that is not what I wanted it to do. Yeah, that's nice. Should continue higher. At least to the opening range low on NQ. On ES, at least to the first presented fair value gap. US is about to refer the new week opening gap high and also the first presented fair value gap, which is still untested for the whole session. I do not want it to use it as bearish PDRA and start running prices lower to the low or the sell side it missed in the morning session by a few points. And it feels as busy and looks strong. I think 12 o'clock open should be held bullishly. The prices should not trade lower. Nice one. I want to see it continue. Seven minutes in macro. Just look at how it referred this consequent encroachment of this tail, and the lower half respected bodies respected the consequent encroachment here and closed above, and then did this run, took this high, made a new high, took these highs, and seems to be continuing towards the opening range gap fill. And that is my bias and terminus. Let's see. We have still got sell side on ES, which is highly probable that it can drop to, but I think that might be for PM session, later half of the PM session. So just going to remove my lines here. We have got daily busy starting here and opening range gap. Alright, no worries. I'll move this here. Other than that, everything seems to be under control. It's okay if it stops me out from here. It will be my last trade for the session. I'll close my day. And if it continues, it might be able to pass me these evaluations today, like 3 of the accounts. Hey bro, you just keep coming after 15 minutes to tell me hi bro. Hey, what's up? Today PNL. Isn't it showing on the screen? It is, right? Yeah. So right now I am break even. I think $20 in profit. Currently holding this, will take 4 off at the opening range top, like low, and then taking 4 off here. Let's see. We are 3 minutes left in macro. All right, ES is in first presented fair value gap from today now. So let's see how it reacts. You know, I wanted to react bearishly. Yep, it is reacting bearishly. I wanted to use the new week opening gap high to find some support. But doesn't really look like this. Looks like too much one-sided as well. It will be another break-even trade here, it looks like, which is fine. Profitability and keeping your accounts green is what really matters. So it closed below that. Did not even refer to the consequent encroachment of the gap. Looks weak from here. Last minute of macro. Looks like that was the objective for this macro, and it is going to start retracing now. I'm still going to stick with my stop here and see if it wants to continue. We can cash out on this. If not, then it can stop me out with, I think, $70 in profit. NQ seems to be holding and finding some sort of strength here. I think it's going to continue lower at least to the first present a fair value gap here. Right, stops me out. Another break-even trade. Let's see if it wants to hold this. I might jump in again, but going to be patient. Macro has finished. To be honest, I'll just close off my day here. It's been already 4 hours of stream. Thank you for watching. If you learned anything from this, please give it a like. That will be really encouraging for me. If you trade NASDAQ futures or ICT concepts, it will be really great if you subscribe the channel and get in touch with me over Twitter as well. We are building a small community of traders. So get in touch. I'll see you again. Take care. Have a good day. Stay safe.